Hello, let's do Wordle number 1312 for Tuesday, January 21st. Yesterday's word was squid. Difficult one. No Q today. All right, we have an I. I'm going to stick that in the middle. I think trick gets some good letters. I'm looking at how we want TR. We would want an L, but I don't think we're going to be able to get all of that. So I think trick will do the trick. Interesting result. So are we like a cliff? That's a fun guess for guess 3. Let's guess cliff. Nope, we are not cliff. Okay, unfortunately the double F was a bad idea. But who knew? Where's the C go? Are we CI or are we ending in C somehow? Ending in C somehow seems harder, but this does not seem easy. Are we like something like acid, like ACI? Like I feel like we gotta start with a vowel. ECI doesn't make any sense. ACI maybe. OCI maybe. Like there's the word ocular. Obviously it's not that word, but thinking about how there are words that start with AC and OC. Are there any that we can put a consonant before the C? Or are we an ICI? Ooh, like the word icier, but unfortunately there's no R. But like the word ice being part of this word maybe? Unfortunately, icier is the only one I can think of that is going to work here. Which there's no R, so it's not. I thought I was on the right track there. Like, what else can we do here, though? We're not doing ION or something, like, are we? Like action, but without the T? I'm not seeing it. ING? Oh, it is. It is. It's icing. There we go. Okay. Ooh, an ing word. Those can be extremely trappy. If you guess an ing word and then you only get 2 letters at a time in hard mode, or if you just happen to think that you're not in danger. Might have some casualties today from the ing trap. Let me know if you struggled with that one. It is not an easy word to think of. I think the fact that I had the I in the middle and the C being in a strange spot really narrowed things down for me. I am curious what else was even possible after cliff. All right, so I did squid. I got a yellow eye. It's suggesting niter, tribe. Niter this way. Okay, interesting. I went with trick. Is that even here? It is not. Okay. Well, trick. So I and C. So we are already down to only 12 words. Cliff is 5th on the list. Actually, it's tied for 3rd, so actually not as bad as I thought. Climb. This word climb, C-L-I-M-E, is like short for climate. As far as I understand the definition. Cling would have gotten us in an ing trap, but I guess not that bad, considering what we've got. I went with cliff, which just got the I and the other yellow C. Only icing on the answer list, and then otherwise acing. Acing would have been possible. I would put acing under likely. Acini, ENIAC. I guess this is a good opportunity to talk about like what does it mean when it says it's a probable versus unlikely answer. It's a little bit complicated because this bot doesn't quite have the same list, as far as I can tell, but the original Wordle, created by Josh Wardle before the New York Times even bought it, he made it just for some friend. He made it for his wife and friends to play. He didn't know it was going to go viral and millions would play it. So what he did is he just pre-programmed it. And this was known on the client side. He pre-programmed it to have just a specific order day by day of what words it was going to be. And he planned out 2,000 something words that, 2,000 days. You can think he's like, okay, that's going to last what, like 7+ years. So, that's fine. Just put it up there. You never have to maintain it. It'll be a new word every day. But, when it got popular, people quickly figured out in the source code that there was a list of these are the words that are going to come up over the game. And these are the words that are accepted but won't come up. But then, of course, people then made variants of Wordle and like Fibble and Dordle and things like that. And just to kind of save time as an indie developer being like, what words should be possible to come up? They just took that list and reshuffled it. They took the answer list from Wordle, they reshuffled it, and they made those the possible answers for their games. And so it became, for people who played a lot of these games, it became useful to kind of not necessarily look at the order that Wordle's going to come up, because that's very much cheating, but kind of on the edge, depending on who you are, whether that's good or not to do. Many people, especially speedrunners, just started memorizing what words could come up and which ones couldn't. So that Wordle Unlimiteds and other things, speedrunning games, they would be able to quickly identify more easily what's going to be possible and what's not. And so this kind of 2,000-ish list of words got memorized. And then people made solving bots, and in order to make the solving bots more efficient and not suggest that the answer could be Assini, they took that same list of words that a bunch of variants were using that came originally from Wordle, the answer list, and they said, well, these are going to be the likely answers, and these are going to be the unlikely answers, as everything else. But there were definitely very common words. I think my favorite example is Misty, that just weren't on the answer list from Wordle. And so then they would never come up in all these variants as well. And the reason for that is it was just enough words that it would last years. It wasn't an attempt to completely sort out these are fair answers and these are unfair answers and making sure that those are like comprehensive. And then the New York Times bought Wordle, and they mostly stuck to the answer list, although they have shuffled it and moved it server side, so people can't predict what's going to happen in the future anymore. And in addition to that, because it's curated, they will bring in some answers, like Squid yesterday, that were not on the original answer list and won't come up in these variants. So kind of basically this likely unlikely is more useful if you're playing Wordle Unlimited or a Wordle variant compared to actually when you're playing Wordle. So anyway, that's the history there. I get that question a lot, so that gives you the full context, hopefully. Let's go back and let's check what it does from Squid. So it does Niter. It was Icing, I believe, was our answer. So that's all we get. Then we go with Climb with a B. So Icing just gets that. Oh, did I mess up? Oh, I messed up the N. Okay. I'm going to go Cling, which is actually very similar. But we get the ing and we get the C here. That should make it. Oh, it's Icing or Acing. Okay. So this is why I would say, like, I could see the New York Times choosing Acing as a word, even though the bot considers it unlikely, right? So this actually sorting the likely unlikely is least useful when you're actually playing the real Wordle. Anyway, let's go with Saleh here. Just check that. Icing has nothing. So it goes with Croup always if you get nothing. We just get the C. We haven't gotten an I yet. Or an energy. Okay. Now it's going to go with Winch or Finch or Witch. Let's just pick the top one. So I and N are yellow. C is yellow. Down to only Icing. So it's guaranteed to get it in 4. Cool. In fact, all of these tell you you're going to get it next, because we're just down to Finch, Icing, Mimic, Witch, and Winch. And it's saying you choose Winch, Finch, or Witch, because those will give you the answer right after if it's not the answer itself. All right, cool. Hopefully that was interesting to you. Kind of buried within the middle of my bot analysis, but that is your reward for actually watching the bot analysis. And I guess you would only have that question if you watch my analyses. Cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.